Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, mamas and papas. We're back after a whole month hiatus. Yeah,
How's everyone
welcome.
doing?
Yeah, welcome to another episode of the Dad Podcast. This is episode, whatever this episode is.
It's episode 37, I believe.
Episode 37. Yep.
Damn, we've been MIA, man. It's been a minute. We even had to think of what episode we're recording.
It's been a minute for real, man. It's been a minute. So what's
Yeah,
going
so
on?
how's everyone? Well, I guess. How you been, brother?
Man, been holding up. It's been a fairly decent month. Nothing spectacular happened on my personal life. I mean, but the world has been going crazy, man. The world has been running circles around us without we reporting on it. So, how about yourself? How's your?
Yeah, it's been good. Nothing special either, but I've just been busy. Been juggling a lot of stuff. But uh, it, you know, we had to take some time off to, revamp, recalibrate, you know. But we're back now.
Yeah, we're back. We're back and we're better. Um, what are we going to start today, man? Like
Our regular mental check, bro.
mental check. Yeah, mental check. How's everybody's mental health? Hope everybody's doing right. Nobody wants to jump off a lagoon. You know,
Right.
crash your car. You know, do something crazy. Hope you're doing all right.
And I always remember for those of you that, are going through a tough time right now, there's always somebody out there, going through a lot worse. All you have to do sometimes is just talk to somebody, pick up a phone, call a friend, call your parents, call a family member, call your wife, call your kids, anybody. A little conversation goes a long way. It could change. It could
Yeah,
change your thought.
yeah. Like this guy went for a cookout. I think last week went for like a cookout because it was Veterans Day, and the guy there he's like 230 pounds. When he saw me, he said, because I'm like 250 pounds, he said, thank God he has hope. So no matter how
Right.
much how what you think is going on, there's always somebody
Because
out
someone
there
always has it worse.
going through it, Look at me now. I'm going through 250 pounds of weight. Someone that's 230 pounds will see me and say, I have hope. I have hope.
He's got hope.
I mean, so yeah, it is what it is. I meet to someone that's like 300 pounds or 600 pounds. Like, okay, I get hope. I get hope.
But you have to hit the gym, bro.
Oh, me?
Flush your leg. Yeah,
Yeah, Jim
nice
doesn't.
out. You can't complain about COVID anymore because I know the way it is in the States right now.
I mean,
So what's your excuse?
I've been hitting the gym now, so it's not like if you hit the gym doesn't mean your weight is gonna go down. It just means you're gonna be ripped.
Not necessarily. If you do a lot of cardio, your weight will go down. If you do more cardio than
Yeah, I don't. When I go to the gym, I just do like a little bit of cardio, like 15 minutes of cardio, and I do more of.
everybody always most people don't like doing cardio. They always
Yeah,
kind
I
of run
do.
away from cardio.
I just go do my bench press. That's what I want to do. No time for cardio. Like, I'll just do a little bit. I'll just get my heart pumping, and boom, I move on to other sweet things: pull-ups, dumbbells, benches, yeah, coiling,
You live in Jersey, you know what you
squats.
need? Go buy a bicycle. That's what you need.
Yeah, so I can get hit by a car, right?
Well, you start slow, you don't go to the main road, you do the sidewalks and the bike lanes.
Yeah,
And then when you hit the streets, you calm down and then push
yeah.
your bike.
and and some drunk driver will see you like, oh, okay, this might just be my victim today. I'll be going through it. Let me just hit somebody and run away.
uh,
Those days of
yeah,
taking
it's
that
good
kind
to
of
be
risk are
back
over.
though. It's good to be back.
Yeah, man. We gotta do what we gotta do, man. We gotta do what we gotta do. Podcasting is our hobby. That's what we love to do.
It is.
We don't have much to talk about today, but where we're going to start?
Uh, let's start with the Niger and the Twitter thing.
Yeah. So, are you going to give us the lowdown on how everything started, or I should do the lowdown?
I think you're better off giving the lowdown.
Oh, okay. So basically, for those of you that don't know, the Nigerian government, I mean, the Nigerian president, to be precise, tweeted something about people not knowing what happened. I mean, I couldn't quote what he said because the tweet was deleted right now, but he said something about people right now were not privy to the civil war that was orchestrated by Biafra, which is the eastern part of Nigeria, that they don't know how it went down. And now, if that's the only thing that they understand, if war is what they understand, that they will see or something like that. So people felt that was like inciting violence, and they started flagging down the tweet. And that's how Twitter took down that tweet. And after that, the repercussions of taking out a president's tweet, according to the Nigerian government, was for the Nigerian government to ban Twitter in Nigeria. And now they banned it. Everything happened in like a space of like 24 hours after that tweet
24
was
hours.
taken down. And now they're trying to enforce it and put some disciplinary measures on people that are actually tweeting. But the masses right now are just tweeting via VPN. So, but they're still trying to enforce it. And police will have a good day enforcing that. It's gonna be a lot of
Definitely.
tax collecting.
That's the kind of things they like, right? Because
Yeah,
that's their that's that they're good in like areas like that. Nigerian
yeah,
police, like
yeah.
searching your wallet and going through your
Hmm.
phones and all those hidden codes that you have in your. That's where their strength is.
Yeah.
Now that they
So
have permission to do it, it's like okay now,
yeah,
just okay, mash carbon, shop up.
yeah. Uh,
uh,
yeah. So that's basically what has been transpired for the past couple of days, and there's been a lot of backlash. People are saying it's against their fundamental human rights to like speak freely and freedom and stuff like that.
well, I where do I begin? Yes, it is. I find it's very weird though, because the fact that this all happened in 24 hours, they were able to like literally block Twitter from Nigeria in 24 hours. I don't feel like it all started with the president's tweet. I think it's something that I could be wrong because I haven't really been paying, so much attention to what is like, it's not like I haven't been paying attention to what is going on in Nigeria, but back to what I was saying, I think it's something that they have had in plan and have been trying to actually accomplish for a while, and it's been impossible for them. And then this president's tweet, this presidential tweet that Twitter took down was their um was like their only reason to like was their like major reason, not only reason, but like the major factor that enabled them to be able to actually take that step that they've been wanting to do for a long time, but maybe certain things have prevented them, if that makes sense. So like I feel like um Twitter not having an office in Nigeria, right? Don't Isn't Twitter that opened like the one of the in Ghana? Wasn't it Twitter that like a couple of
No,
months ago?
yeah, I don't know if they have offices in
in
Nigeria
in,
or North
in
Africa.
Ghana. Yeah, they don't have any because there's been a thing I know because I feel like it's just very weird. It's usually with a nation like that with that much population, right? We're the most populated nation in the whole of Africa, right? Usually you would at least give like a week or 2 weeks, at least. It's not like a thing you just decide like 24 hours. I feel like they are claiming national security. This isn't national security. This isn't like, come on now. I feel like it's been planned for like the longest time. And yes, they are taking away fundamental human rights because I think I could be wrong, but I feel like this is one of under the United Nations um, one of their civil rights law. Yes, yeah, the ability to be able to freely express yourself is one of the fundamental human rights that they've taken away right now. So I believe that is a major problem. I don't know. I feel like I'm not 100% sure. I was kind of like sleepyish this morning. I was looking through my phone and I felt like maybe the American government might have actually gotten involved in this because they might have said something. I'm not 100% sure if I did see something like that or if it was, you know. But yeah, I feel like there's more to it than just the whole tweet, just the presidential tweet, because I feel like um, their reason or the Nigerian government's reason is like, oh, Twitter is. Oh, I think they were making comments that like even during the NSAS movement that Twitter was funding, right? They were funding journalists to make up stories and stuff like that. So now I think those are part of the reasons they put there. So it was one of the things why I felt like it's a thing that the government, Nigerian government, have been wanting to do for a while. They just didn't have like a legitimate reason to actually be able to say, we want to just stop end Twitter in Nigeria or like cancel Twitter in Nigeria. Like, but then it's like, oh, okay, the president of our nation did this. Fuck. They did it to the president of their own nation too, right? Didn't they block Facebook now has blocked Twitter, all social media, didn't they block Trump as well? So what is it's just, I don't know, control.
Yeah, yeah. Um, Bishop, is it Bishop or
Before we even move out of that too, like, is this still about the whole, were you moving on?
no,
Were
no,
you
no.
moving on?
I wanted to continue now.
Oh, okay. I thought you were moving to a different topic.
No, no, no. Is it Bishop Adeboye or Reverend Adeboye or Pastor Adeboye? Pastor Adeboye of the Redeemed
Yeah.
Christian Church. He tweeted something that he's tweeting, based on the United Nations, you know, something about freedom of speech, blah blah blah. Because they're saying they're coming at companies now that are tweeting, and so
Oh,
I think
really?
yeah, because they're trying to enforce the law. But Pastor Adeboye was like, "Oh, him is tweeting based on United Nations freedom of speech, blah blah blah." Just
Yeah, that's what I was saying. So they're taking away people's freedom of speech.
yeah. But to your point that the government they planned this thing, for a while. I think that's true because if you look at it, the timeline from the NSAS to now, a lot of things have transpired. Like it's been a
Mm-hmm.
series of events that have been exposing the government for whatever they've been doing,
Or
and the government didn't. The office of the presidency did not really like that because it was showing them in like a
bad,
bad light, and it was portraying them to be ineffective, and
ineffective.
they didn't like that because that NSAS movement was like
It was a major thing.
it was a major thing because all the steps they took was they were exposed. All the thing of taking out lights and shooting people, lying about it. It was exposed. Come to just little things like arresting people from the east, lining them up from a church. Everything we're seeing everything on Twitter. People were tweeting all that, which I'm sure they didn't like. There's this is it governor or whatever his name is, El Rufai, one of
Mm-hmm.
his aides. They were opening doors for him, I- like there were like
The thing
four
became a
cars.
meme now,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, there were like four cars. Somebody opened the door from one car, opened the aide's
On the
car,
next door.
and the other aide opened another aide, and that aide then opened his door. It was like it went viral because all the comedians did their own. So all those kind of little things they didn't really like. It was exposing them in a light that they didn't really like, and it was almost like they used the deleting of president's tweet as an excuse
That's just an
to
excuse.
quickly just ban Twitter because there's probably going to be more things they want to cover up that's going to happen, and they don't want Twitter to expose
To
them,
expose them.
which I might say. But I just want to play devil's advocate for instance because it's kind of contradictory for Twitter to say freedom of speech, and for them to not be banning people, regardless of whether it is inciting violence or not.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like you're saying freedom of speech, but you are banning some people, you know. So it's almost like it's not really. Are you? you're taking sides. You're kind of biased. It's not really freedom of speech per
At the
se.
same time, too, right? I understand where the Nigerian government is coming from because Twitter is a foreign entity. It's a foreign business
Mm-hmm.
making a lot of transaction money from the number because we have that population. So we are a big user. Nigeria is a big user of Twitter. So I understand, them saying, "What the fuck are you?" Like we're a nation with our own regulations, our own politics. Like who the fuck are you to fucking infringe in our fucking nations?
Mm-hmm.
Like you're a fucking media entertainment company. Stay the fuck away.
Yeah.
That's where Nigeria government is coming from, and I kind of see where it does make sense. But then them saying like it's a thing of national security, that's not national security.
I mean, if, it's a country. They can say whatever they want.
They can say they want to, yeah.
But just to play devil's advocate, other countries are really like India right now. They have this information, whatever security new law, and they're saying Twitter should comply to that law. It's like countries are start to hold Twitter accountable and trying to regulate them in their own country because they've seen that these media companies are kind of going out of control. Like they're controlling countries now. If you think about it, they control what you see because everybody's there. Everything
Everybody's
moves.
there,
They
exactly.
can, things trend there. Facebook, people advertise there. People have made millions on that, stuff. So those countries, they are kind of looking for a way to regulate them and not make them too powerful that
Mm-hmm.
they'll be deleting the president's tweet and stuff. Because in America, I mean, Trump would have wanted to sanction them or cancel them or whatever, but it's because it's an American company. They'll have to go through Congress and whatnot. But if it was a foreign company that is banning deleting your like, yeah, you don't have. I don't care about. We're not making money from them. Let's ban
Mm-hmm.
them now. What are they
And
talking about?
exactly.
You almost look at TikTok. It was like if they don't buy, if an American person doesn't buy this company, I'll ban the company because they're making too much money off us. So if you
That's
think
why if
about
you
it,
look at
you're a
like
devil.
China, like the China too, right? They regulate a lot of, the websites you can go to. I don't think you can even use Twitter in China too, right?
See, in China, everything that you think is stuff is nice here. They don't have it there. They have their own.
They
They
have
have
their
their own
own.
WhatsApp. They have their own
Oh,
Facebook. They have their own
speaking of,
everything. They don't
didn't
have
the Nigerian government come up with their own too? They came up with one actually. I can't tell you what I don't remember what the name is, but they did come up with one.
one what is it? A social media.
Like like a social media platform like that. They want people to
Mm,
sign up for to replace Twitter.
yeah, just to play devil's advocate. Um, it's just that Nigeria kinds of the masses kind of need Twitter because the government is really oppressing people. So I
Yeah.
can't really take their side because I can understand why they do it, but I cannot really take their side because the government doesn't really it's not really for the people. So Twitter is
And again,
like an
too,
average
like I don't know how true this is, but won't like a lot of companies that rely on stuff like that be losing
Of course now, because
money
right
right now?
now that's the number one marketing tool now. Is Twitter
Mm-hmm.
or Facebook or Instagram. Like you can't really market any
Market
product
without
without so that revenue alone, a lot of I mean the president is using the Twitter to tell you
exactly right. Isn't that the reason why he
yeah
tweeted?
like come on, everybody's using this thing. It's an integral part of the system right now, especially when it comes to the economy. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of people are going to lose millions of dollars now.
Oh yeah.
Plus, if you think about it in a business sense, there's an opportunity too. Because I mean, if you want to use Twitter, all you gotta do is sell some VPN. Like, oh, come on, download my new VPN website, and stuff like that. There's always a white horse, or what they call it, a white light in a dark place. So there's always an opportunity for people to make money right now, and you see how it goes. Yeah, let's see what happens in the coming weeks.
Yeah. But Nigeria though,
More will be
I
revealed.
have for that country, man.
A round of applause for the Nigerian government. Yeah,
Applaud the
yeah.
slave.
For banning Twitter.
What else is going on in Nigeria?
TB Joshua passed away.
Oh yeah, Prophet TB Joshua.
Yeah, the legendary prophet that always prophesizes, people's deaths, see visions, heals people. Yeah, he passed away over the weekend for an unknown cause, and with time we'll find out what happened. They said he was ill for a while and he just passed away. Maybe who knows what happened, but we'll find out. We'll find out. But people were talking about it on Twitter and like, oh, like he couldn't predict his like people said
Nobody can predict their death though.
he couldn't predict his death. Like, come on, man. You know, it's wild. It's wild. Yeah, he's passed away, and R.I.P. to TB Joshua.
I don't think even Christ was even able to predict his own death.
I mean,
Like he knew he was going to die, like
no,
we all do. We all know we are going to die, but we just don't know when.
I mean, Christ actually predicted his own death. Though.
Did I see that in the Bible? I don't think
He
it
didn't
did.
only predict his day. He predicted all the events that were going to transpire.
Yeah, but he never said what day was going to happen.
No, he knew now. He knew from the moment the disciples betrayed him. He said they were going to betray him. He said before the cock crows, Peter, 3 times you will betray me 3 times. What's the other guy that committed suicide? That one betrayed him too. He sold him to the officials. Yeah, he knew now. He knew it was going to be.
Judas Iscariot.
Judas, yeah, he knew everything. Jesus is different. He's special.
How old did he pass away?
TB Joshua.
TB Joshua, yeah.
That's what I was saying. Now we don't know. There was no information of how he passed away.
No, how old was he? Do you know?
Oh, okay, how old? I heard he was like 57.
57. That's it. Because I've known TB Joshua since I was
Since forever, right? I said, it feels like he should be.
He was
70.
even more famous back in the days when we were younger. Actually, I think, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely famous. But for me, because his church, his synagogue is in his solo, so I think it was kind of closer to me.
Oh, okay.
So because I know the church.
I actually don't know where the church is. Like today, I thought about it today. Like my whole period in Nigeria, I never physically saw that.
Yeah, I always saw that church because it was like the end of his solo. Like you have to go down that road. We always, I think even Osan's house was not too far from that place.
From the place.
One of our friends Osan, people that don't know what sounds. So we're talking about inside friends now.
Yeah, because I remember like when we were kids, right? I remember the kind of stories I would hear. It was like they used to flog people in the church.
Mm-hmm.
Like so many different stories. He used to do all these weird miracles and like the weird.
Yeah, he used to do miracles and everything. Miracles are a big part of his this thing.
Yeah, that was his major selling. That was the marketing strategy.
Yeah, it was later on that he started doing prophesying and people were trying to hold him accountable.
Because he was like a Yoruba preacher too. Eventually, I think at first before he started speaking English, preaching in English.
His English was actually not very good at first.
Yeah, because I think when we were younger, that's what that's what I'm saying. He went through like series of transitions and stuff. Even I remember back when like it used to have like because I used to watch. They used to be on TV a lot back then when we were younger. That's why I remember they used to like they would have like buses. He would have like all these school buses that were gonna pack people from I don't know, and then they would be like lining up for like miracle water and all this thing. And then people that are late to church, they used to flog them. Do you remember all these things, or am I just making shit up?
I mean, I don't remember that specific, but there were other churches that were doing that. That there was one of them, I think Reverend King or something like that. That he was, I think, is he flogging people or molesting people or he killed people or something like that. Yeah, right? He's even in jail right now. So there were crazy things happening though. There were crazy things happening. Yeah, even has a case. He had a case now before he died now. Like
TB
Like,
Joshua?
yeah, that his church collapsed and people died.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I think 2 years ago or something. So it's still that kid's still in court. He was still pending before his demise. So yeah, they said that they were citing negligence on his part, and for him not taking care of the building and stuff like that. But yeah, he's passed away now, and more. When people pass away, you know,
Things start coming up.
secrets start to come out. So it just happened over the weekend, and I'm sure a lot of things are gonna come out. Yeah. So
RIP to um, what's his name again?
TV Joshua.
Bishop TB Joshua.
Yeah.
And condolences and prayers to his family and loved ones.
Yeah. What else you got for Nigeria?
What else is happening in Nigeria? Actually, I don't have anything happening in Nigeria. Nigeria, not do they get like sweet news like that? Besides anything outside of entertainment,
see,
nothing is sweet for
Nigeria news. Nobody say we get too many. It's just that
yeah, it's
those
like
terrible, some kind of weird shit.
sometimes it's like you don't want to be talking all depressing.
Yeah. If you start the other
now when I talk to outside of entertainment, there's yeah.
You start to hear like, oh, 250
They
people.
kidnapped this one today. Like it's just too many. Yeah.
Like 40 people were killed. 40 farmers were killed by terrorists. You'd be like, how is this even like? Is death everywhere?
It's crazy how things just change in like 20 years. Nigeria don't really, even the North, not really be like this back in the days now. Like,
in the era of Abacha, it was like they were deaths. It was death too. If you think about it, it's just that it was death of,
there were a lot of deaths. Yeah,
prominent.
yeah.
It was death of prominent people like journalists, officials and stuff like that, other politicians. But now we're hearing deaths of just random people, like just regular people, civilians.
And the kidnaps are like crazy.
Yeah, like they're kidnapping anybody now. Like if you don't have the money,
crazy.
If you don't have the money to pay, is it just if you go to Nigeria right now, they smell you like, okay, this guy smells like he's not from around here. They're picking you up. They're picking you up, man. You gotta be careful.
Speaking of Abacha that you even mentioned yourself, I was wondering during his time, how much do you think that guy was actually worth?
It didn't really matter what it was worth because he was actually printing money. Like to him, Nigeria was like his birthright. So everything about Nigeria was his.
I was just thinking about all this money they keep finding and stuff. Like if you add all this money together that they found alone, that from other nations, that's like something billion, 1 point something billion in dollars.
Yeah, but it's a lot of money. But if you think about the market cap, it's not. I mean, how much is Jeff Bezos worth? It's nothing now.
But think about it. This was in 1995.
I know, but it's still nothing. I mean, the value.
This man died in 1995. And that's the ones they just found.
Yeah, if they had invested.
1995, with Aliko Dangote was probably worth maybe 150 million, 200 million dollars.
I mean, he wasn't definitely not worth a lot of money, but if the money was invested, maybe yeah. But if it wasn't invested, it would only decrease in value, But as at that time,
I'm just saying, like at that time, his time when he was still alive, I'm just wondering how much he would have like.
You probably worth $1 billion.
I don't even think more because I think they will still keep finding more.
Yeah, but the amount they are finding is only in like hundreds of millions. It's not even like
but put them together within the last 4 years alone. They found like 250 million. They found 180 million, like 110 million. Like put that together alone. That's literally just about $500 million, like 4 years.
Yeah, it's possible because if you think about how much we talk about the billion that even Gaddafi by the time he's dead, I think it was like 100 billion or something, like 200 billion.
It's crazy all this. Man, back to where we are. So yeah, there is this thing that's been going on in Canada. There's this I don't know if you've heard about it. Um, there were 215 kids bodies found in a residential school on the ground in British Columbia. I think Kamloops to be precise. So yeah, it's been a big thing. I think this all happened last week, and the Canadian government have been trying to get the Catholic Church to actually take responsibilities because there's been so many things that the Catholic Church have done in the past to the Native Canadians, and they've been trying to get um, the Catholic Church to actually take responsibilities, even make an apology for all these things because like even other religions besides other, what do they call them, like Orthodox, I think they had their part to do. I think they've made their own apology and accepted their part and involvement in things like this, which is very crazy. The Prime Minister of Canada even reached out to Pope John, I believe, the whatever he is
The
now,
Pope, yeah, the
current
Pope.
Pope.
Mhm.
Yeah. Um, I think he sent out a tweet. I think, you know, just briefly mentioning it, acknowledging, but didn't actually acknowledge it, but didn't acknowledge it and even make any apology or anything. So it's that's actually a really big thing going on in Canada now. Um, the native chiefs are, I guess, believing coming together, trying to, mm, you know, I don't even know what to say. I think yesterday they might have made a national holiday, something like that for the kids. It's sad though.
Okay, so me, I have a couple of critical questions.
Hmm.
So how long were those kids there for? I mean, what year did this thing transpire?
So the bodies actually haven't even been dug out yet,
So
right? So they
how did they
found them right now with machines and stuff. I don't quote me on that. I don't know. They could have been dug out. I'm not 100% sure, but because like I said, this all happened last week, but the bodies were actually found with like scanning machines and stuff like that. I don't know exactly. I can't give you the precise, but I think they said this happened between the 40s and the 60s.
okay?
Because these were the times um, when the Europeans came to Canada, and then they were just snatching babies from the families, like in the middle of the night. Literally, they'll snatch your baby's kids, take them to say they're taking them to residential schools. You actually have no more access. You don't even know. They could take them to a different state, a different city, a different province, and all in the name of the Catholic Church. They were trying to 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 brainwash the native away from them. They were trying to like turn them Western kids. And
Okay.
then the sad part of this, the saddest part of the story is I think the particular uh, residential that I'm saying only has a record of 25 students. They only have 25 students in their record. 25 kids. I won't even say they were students.
Okay. So they probably forged records. But what question I have again is what happened? What transpired that made them go and search the church in the first place? Like, is there something
So
that happened?
there's this movement that kind of started. I'm not sure. I heard about it not too long ago, but I believe it started shortly before I came to Canada. It's where the Canadian government actually are making apology, acknowledging the bad that they've done to the natives, the way they've treated them in the past, and the way they continue to treat them, the negligence that they've always giving them, because basically it's very similar to what they did to the Native Americans too, right? Because if you notice in America, you hardly see any Aboriginals or Native American, right? Because they moved them all into the reserve.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing they did in Canada too, right? They stole all the good land and threw them all into the bad lands. Very minimal. Up until I actually came to Canada, most reserves didn't even have like internet and stuff, right? So then there was this movement that I believe started shortly before I came to Canada, which was the journey of reconciliation. So it's basically, both the English and the French Canadians accepting their path in what they did to the natives, stealing their lands, moving them away, taking their kids away from them, brainwashing them, and all these things. And a lot of them are trying to get back their rights because the story, I don't know if my story is 100%, is like they got a lot of the, back when the Europeans first arrived in Canada, they got the natives really really drunk in like a friendly way and got them to sign away a lot of their like lands and a lot of their rights. So this was what brought back the journey of reconciliation, so them trying to get back a lot of their treaty rights and all these things, a lot of the lands that meant something to them that the government has taken away and they're trying to get back. Because even if you look at a lot of like the Canadian politics, right, they still haven't been, I don't think, I could be totally wrong too, but like they still haven't. There's not a lot of like natives in place of power. Besides, like they have like chiefs that come, you know, that that in charge of like communities and stuff. But like in like the parliament and like the mayor, like the mayor's office, or like in our city, because like the mayor runs the city and then the premier runs the province, right? You don't see a lot of native people in positions like that.
Okay, so there's a lack of representation.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
There
but
definitely.
okay, so my last question is, what are they doing to like improve the situation? Are they, compensating the 200 kids, their families, or are they, trying to make amends like reparations or, payments to the
I
native?
think right now, because it's still very fresh, because like I said, I think it only happened last week. They only just figured this out last week. I think they're still in the talks, but I believe the Prime Minister of Canada said the native chiefs would be the one making all the decisions based any decision that has to do with these kids and their family and everything. So I think they're still in the talks right now.
Mm. All right, I believe Canadian government, yeah, they're not going to talk too long or do a study or organize a committee and use that to siphon money. They'll do the needful and
Yeah, I think they
compensate
would do the right thing.
compensate those families. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. What else, man?
What else we got? Let's move on from that too.
Did you hear?
Oh yeah, back to Nigeria again. What does UAR stand for? They're changing Nigeria to UAR. What is going on? Please highlight me. Like I've been MIA for, I don't even know what is going on in the world anymore.
On
I've
top,
just been seeing UAR or URA or something on the internet.
yeah, on top of that topic, I don't have anything to say about that. I only know that Nigeria Nigeria is about to change its name to United African Republic.
Oh, UAR, United
It's
African.
only a proposed name right now, so it will only go through a series of committees before they can approve it. In Nigeria, they have to organize committee. So it's another
That's
name.
even that's a terrible name because
It's another name of
they're
chopping
not
money.
united.
Yeah, like we're not at all, right? We're not at all. So they only proposed the name just to try to change the name because they started to see that okay, it's a white man that gave us his name. Let's look for something.
Are they trying to reset the hit the reset button to save all the loans they borrowed me?
They're trying to go bank.
Reset.
They're trying to bankrupt Nigeria so that they can
So they can
avoid.
start afresh as you are.
They're like, okay, that all those money that we borrowed, those billions of dollars,
You
trillions,
can go to Nigeria, isn't
it will,
it?
it will die. It will die with the old Nigeria, and it will be.
Oh my God.
We'll have a clean slate with the United African Republic. Yeah, but this thing is long overdue. We should have changed our name. It's not only our name. We have to change our system of governance because
There's so many things. Everything about the
it's
nation
the
has to
white it's the
change.
white people that give us everything, the system of government, our constitution, name. So we have to
Yeah.
like change everything, our orientation, you know.
The way the lawyers still dress, all those
Yeah,
things.
so we have to change all that. But maybe the name is a first step. I don't
Yeah, definitely.
Whatever name they choose, as long as we chose the name, not some
Hmm.
white guy and his girlfriend, you know, like some kind of pet project. Because I mean, if you think about it, Nigeria was birthed it was like they bought us from like a company now. I think no, I think the company is even still around. Is it Unilever or something? It was the company that bought Nigeria now. You know, because these all these white people they were sharing Africa like, oh, this is mine, this is yours. You go you go and milk their resources. This is mine. Yeah, this is So they shared
Yeah.
everything, and
The British, the French, the Spanish.
yeah, they probably bought Nigeria for like £200,000 or something, some crazy.
So like the British is like, yeah, you go, we'll go. The British is like, I'll go west first. Then the
Yeah,
Spanish, then the French will be like, they're like, maybe we'll go central.
yeah. We'll
The
go to
Spanish will be
Central.
like, we'll go south.
Yeah,
Let's go south. And then
The Portuguese are like, oh, let's just stay on the coast. The coast.
let's just stay on the coast. And then after they go like, yo, like there's still more spots, man. There's like
Yeah,
some hidden spots.
yeah.
So you gotta go deep in the
That's
land and shit.
That's how you hear of King Leopold of Belgium. You say, "Oh, okay, there's one small place they call it the Congo, right? The Congo.
Exactly.
There's a lot of land there. I can still buy something there. Buy the whole land and the people and own them. It was like a trend now. It was like, oh, okay, this is a trend now. Africa is trending. Let's get a piece of the cake. It is what it is, man. Um, Jeff Bezos is flying to the moon. To the
Man,
moon.
ain't it nice to be rich?
Yeah, he can do whatever. He has his own space company called Blue Origin. So he's gonna
Would you, if you could fly to the moon, would you do it?
that's what happens when you're a billionaire now. Like
No,
what
no, but
else?
like I'm saying, if you were a billionaire and you could afford to do it, would you want to do it, or would you just like, let me just sponsor all these scientists to go? Like,
I
would you
mean,
want to physically go yourself? Do
I
you
w-
think?
the thing is he could die. So maybe he's like a dead cell. I don't know. I see all these things. You don't know what you're gonna do if unless you're in the moment. But I don't think I would want to do that because like the
Yeah, me
first
neither.
commercial like flight to space. So let these people, let regular people go, rich people go, not me. Let them go first. See how it goes. Come back.
Yeah, like I've been that thing too. I'd be one of those guys that like I'd want it to be like normal. At least, like
Maybe
the
like
vehicles, like the spaceships are like there's
yeah.
no error, there's no like it's perfected already. It's like,
hmm like 20 planes to have gone.
no, 20 is even too small. At least maybe like 3,000.
Yeah. No, but if you want to put faith in people to like take the flight, you might as well put your because the part of leadership qualities of a leader is going first. So if you're
See,
a
but the
leader,
thing for me is not about going to the moon. For me, it's just seeing the view of Earth from space. I'm more interested in that than what's in the moon because I'm more content that the Earth is big enough. I haven't even discovered half of what Earth can, bring. Like I just want to see. I would like to see the view of Earth from space. So maybe even going to the space station alone is good enough for me than
Mhm.
exploring the moon.
I mean, if you go to space, you see the moon, and you see the Earth, and you might as well go and check out the moon also. So
Yeah, on the way, yeah, but the moon is just because we land and it's okay. We're on the moon. We've landed.
Yeah,
We're
and
on
you
the moon.
explore,
Gravity, same shit.
and you explore now.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm not interested in that.
Uh,
That's why I said like 3,000, maybe 3,000 ships, air spaceships would have gone because then they would have been houses. Yeah, I don't
no,
want
but
to go do all that.
the thing is, even if they go to space, they're not going to go to any planet. You know, they will only probably just maybe explore the planet, but they will actually be in the space, like in the space station that they've
Yeah,
been building.
totally. I'm not
Yeah,
interested in all that. I just want to see
It-
the view of the Earth. That's
yeah.
all. I'm not
So
interested in all that.
because the moon is not actually even a viable place. I'm sure there's another planet that will have oxygen and
Oh
whatever.
yeah, there's
But
more. There's
there's
way more.
space. Mhm.
They've
There's
discovered so many Earth-like planets.
so that space station is what they are still, working on. Yeah. So it is what it is, man.
Yeah, regardless, it's nice to be a billionaire and just I'm just going to the moon. They're like,
Yeah.
I just call you BG.
It's nice to be a
I'm going to
billionaire,
the
but
moon next year, so like I'm going to the moon in like 2 months. Would you look at me like, are you crazy or something?
you're going to the moon.
What have you been
A ticket,
smoking?
one ticket to the moon is $1 billion. So
Ooh.
I'm sure. I'm not. Don't quote me.
Maybe not a billion, but at least a lot of shit ton of money.
It's going to be a billion at least. Because if Jeff Bezos is going, he's taking his friends, and his friends are not.
And yeah, because all those kind of trips too, it's not like you can go today and come back tomorrow. So you go,
Mm-hmm.
you don't come back for like 6, 7, 8 months type thing.
Yeah. It's
Because it's
plus
expensive. Rocket fuel is expensive.
plus time. You know.
Yeah, the time to get there too. It's not like we've
Yeah.
discovered
There's a yeah,
supersonic speed.
the time is different because there's a break in time in the quantum physics. Like space time is different from
Different
Earth
from
time.
each
So.
each planet, yeah, because also the number of how long it takes. So the further the planet is from the sun, the longer it takes it to revolve, right? So like I think Earth has 27 hours instead of 24-hour days.
Mhm.
I think, or maybe is it 27 or 32 hours to complete uh, a day. So yeah, you're right. All those things too, like a lot of the bones stretch a lot. Like some people age faster, some people don't. Like there's so many things that comes with space travel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, why are you all calling me today?
Yeah. So. Uh. Yeah. So that's it. Jeff Bezos. I think was lastly the fight between Mayweather and Floyd
Oh
Mayweather
yeah, McGregor and Mayweather was
and
yesterday.
not McGregor now. Come on,
Sorry,
Floyd
my bad.
Mayweather and Logan Paul.
Logan Paul.
The exhibition bouts between a novice and a legend.
Did you get to see did you get to see it? The fight?
I only saw highlights of the fight. I saw highlights of the fight and I saw it for what it was. It was an entertainment fight between a retired boxer and a fairly YouTube star that is just trying to rise into the boxing thing. Yeah, I saw it for what it was. It was a money grab to make money. As bosses like Floyd and Logan Paul, they're independent people that they know how to make money and they took advantage. So I mean, if you're at that age, you're retired, a boxer, there's no need fighting any competitive, looking for a young guy to bust your head or something like that.
Exactly.
Just, fight for the fun of it and still make money. This thing might open a lot of doors to those older boxers. Like, you don't have to fight a competitive fight to make money. Just exhibition, show off, like Mike Tyson and Roy Jones. You're older now. You can't be trying to slug it out with those youngins because those guys are hungrier.
No,
So
it's not even that. The bones are not the same anymore when you're older. You can't move as
yeah,
fast.
so
You don't heal as fast.
you don't want to
Like
go
you don't
and
want
kill
to be
yourself.
getting a punch on your,
Yeah.
when you're 40s, you don't want to, like Tyson was fighting in his 50s. Like the
Yeah.
bones are not gonna, like if you get a mad ass punch in your face, right? It's not gonna heal like when you're in your 20s.
So it's a learning process. Floyd is showing people the way. Like you can still make money in your old age when you're retired. Just fight exhibition for a show, make your 50 million or whatever million. and you
And even
bounce.
from Paul's, from even what he said too, like think about it, it's also those things that a lot of young people can take home, that anything could happen. So it's like a professional, the top fighter in the world, top, middleweight boxer fighting a novice,
Hmm.
right? That would never happen.
Yeah,
Usually it would be even so hard to like meet for
but
somebody like you to meet.
but
Like it
Floyd
just feels
is
like anything can happen. Like in
yeah,
the world,
yeah,
you
but
can do
Floyd is not the
anything.
top anymore now. He's a retired boxer.
Yes. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so it's just like you going to
Like
the
even if it's an
WWF.
exhibition, but like it still shows that anything could happen.
Of course, now there's a new industry now. Celebrities fighting, athletes fighting because of what these
Yeah,
guys are
that is
doing.
actually it really is.
Because it's about the amount of people you can garner, like your fan base that will pay to see you fight. So if you can make money off that, and most of these
Which is
fighters
one thing
they don't even know how to market themselves. So
a
these
lot of
reg-
them don't. Yeah.
these regular people are even making more money than them. So
So
and
that's
that's
why
that's
people
why they are
like
beefing.
Floyd and Paul, right? Those they know how to make money. Paul, that's all he does is make money off that's his
Yeah.
internet. That's he's been independent. Floyd has shown everybody he's a money man. They just did it again. They got the bag.
Floyd called it a legit bank robbery. A
I
legitimate
bet.
bank robbery.
I bet. Actually, funny enough, it was actually because I watched the fight. It was a good fight. It was
Yeah,
interesting.
like
It
you
was
know,
actually an interesting fight.
Logan Paul took some decent punches, and
He's
even
not some. He took lots of
yeah, he
decent
dished
punches.
he dished even he touched. I didn't even think he was going to touch Mayweather. He got Mayweather with some punches
Hmm.
too. So yeah, it was a good fight now. I mean, I did nobody thought he was going to last 8 rounds.
I thought it was going to last 6 rounds.
Yeah,
That was
like
what I
five or
thought.
6 rounds. Yeah, like he was going to get tired, but the thing is that there was a lot of holding, so he used the opportunity.
Yeah.
You know,
That's because he know that's the one thing I noticed watching the fight. He knows how to use his body weight. So he
mhm,
used his body weight a lot against
yeah,
Floyd because he did
because
a lot of hugging and like
mhm,
putting his whole body on him.
yeah. There was so many times he should have been knocked out, but he used the
Oh, he even
opportunity.
said it. He said he said it. Like there's so many
Yeah,
times he would have knocked out, but it was like the body weight helping him. He
yeah,
said it at the end of the fight.
yeah.
He said so many times he got dizzy. It was like, yeah, Floyd is very untouchable. Like, what did his exact? Not in his exact word, but it was like, oh my god, Floyd is very untouchable.
Yeah, he's very elusive, and it's hard to like hit him with a punch.
It was like it's hard to expect what to get from Floyd.
Yeah, like he has the ultimate defense. Like he can block and he can dodge. So yeah, I mean all the it was a good fight. It was a good fight. Like for what it was, an exhibition fight. So yeah.
Yeah, moving on. Last night also was the Juno Awards. For those who don't know what the Juno Awards is, the Juno Awards is the biggest music award in Canada. So basically, it's kind of like the Canadian equivalent of the Grammys.
That's why I didn't know what it was.
Yeah. Um, there were a lot of big names. Shawn Mendes won, Justin Bieber, Drake, The Weeknd capped a lot of awards,
Usual suspects. These are
Ariana
the
Grande.
these are the usual suspects now. Canada.
No, they're the biggest names in Canada anyway. So, I
Yeah.
mean, those names do big numbers worldwide too. Actually,
Mm.
thinking about it, actually, let's speaking music. I think Canadian artists top well for since the 90s. No. Let me not say since the 90s, but for a while in certain genres, Canadian artists have always topped
These are top.
during their era.
Yeah, tell me.
So in rap right now, the biggest rap artist right now is Drake. He's a Canadian
Mm-hmm.
artist.
Mm-hmm.
R&B, arguably, is The Weeknd an R&B singer, or is he just?
I mean, yeah, you can put him there, R&B, or yeah, he's probably like
I
pop.
don't know if he's. Yeah, I don't. But his top three in his genre, whatever you put his genre is, The Weeknd is top three in his genre. I would argue this with anybody.
Justin Bieber too. Justin Bieber is
Justin
doing.
Bieber too.
He's trying to get into R&B.
Justin Bieber too. And if you go back in the years of even other Canadian artists like Celine Dion, she was top three in her genre as
Yeah,
well.
yeah. Mhm. It's just that
Uh,
there's not a lot of them.
yeah, there's not a lot of them, but the ones that actually shine, they always. Even back in the days of Michael Bolton, like remember Michael Bolton when we were younger?
Yeah, Michael Bolton. I didn't know he was Canadian though.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was big. He was definitely big.
but the thing is, like, Canada actually does produce good artists, but in comparison to the States, right? Because America has the population, Canada is kind of like entertainment is more considered, um, it's not fully considered business. It's more of art than business in Canada. That's why a lot of, if you look at like our sports stars too, they all go to the States, right?
Mm-hmm.
They all go to the States to make money. So even a lot of American athletes, especially like football, right? So they come to Canada for like the first year to get that experience. Then they go get a big team. Then they go sign with a big team in the States. Half of them I've played for a Canadian team before.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
all
but
of that's the thing. Entertainment in Canada is very, that's why it's so behind, because like the government doesn't put as much money. The people don't even back it up as much. And plus we don't have the population too. That has a lot to do.
yeah, kind of.
Canada is just a big fucking, just big land and small population.
Yeah, yeah. What's the population of Canada?
Shit, I don't even think we're as much as New York. The entire Canada.
Yeah,
I think Canada is like what, 45 million, 38 million, something like that.
because I think America is about, is it 400 million?
200, isn't 200 or 400 million?
Yeah, I think Nigeria is about 200 million, but
No, Nigeria is like 200. America is like 400, right?
yeah. But the thing
Yeah,
is,
we're like 40 something.
yeah, the thing is, America is the number one capitalism country in the world. So everything is about money here. So
Money, yeah.
if you want to make, because the market capital here is unlimited. Like it's a huge amount of money to be made in America.
Hmm.
So if you really want to make money, you gotta come here. No matter even if you're just neighbors, you know. Yeah, so it is what it is, man. Have we come to the end of this episode?
Yeah, do you have anything for new music? Let's talk some new music.
For new
Do you have
music,
anything for new music?
J. Cole dropped about 2 weeks ago. Uh,
Yeah, did you listen to that album? That was a dope album.
yeah.
He broke
Plus,
records with that album too, right? Didn't even crash Spotify.
I don't know, but
Yeah, I think it crashed Spotify the night he dropped it.
the off season, I've been listening to that album for a while now. It's a dope album. He dropped that album when I went to go and play basketball. You know,
Yeah.
yeah. He's definitely on Mount Rushmore of him, Kendrick, Drake. I think the fourth person to say was Nicki Minaj, but yeah, he's definitely up there. You know.
Nicki dropped a mixtape as well too, right? Or was it an album?
Yeah, she dropped a mixtape. Yeah, but that mixtape, I think it was an old mixtape, or maybe she just dropped it again on iTunes.
No, but there were some new tracks because she had that new
Yeah,
track
yeah,
with
yeah. She added some new
Bizzy
songs. Yeah,
and
yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
Um, who else dropped?
I mean, some people drop, but it's not like Lil Durk. Lil Durk, Lil Baby dropped. Uh, Rowdy Rich dropped a single too. Yeah, Rowdy. I think he dropped another song with Lil Wayne some time back. Yeah, it's been slow. We're still
I
waiting
think
for
Kodak
Kendrick.
didn't Kodak drop something too.
Yeah, still nobody's listening
I
to
don't
Kendrick.
even know because it was like the whole time I've just been, trying to like get my business going and stuff. So I didn't really pay much attention to worldly things.
Yeah, focus, stay focused. Yeah, so guess we got to move on to sleepers. Let me go first. Play one of my sleepers. This is normal level by us busy. All right. That's was busy normal level. Oh, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, my sleeper today is from artist called Tommy Thomas featuring Buju Banton. Yep, that was Tommy Thomas, Hopeless Romantic featuring Buju Banton.
Yeah, it was sounding good. Your speakers are sounding great today. What happened?
Shit, it's the same speakers, man. Maybe I turned it up a little bit more. That's probably why.
Mm. All right. Thank you guys for listening. Looks like we've come to another episode of that podcast. Bimbo, any housekeeping items we have today?
Yeah, you can send us an email at datpodcast@gmail.com. You can tweet us a tweet at datpodcast1. Those of you with, those of you out of Nigeria, outside Nigeria, and those of you using VPN from Nigeria, it's datpodcast1. At IG, it's datpodcast. And you can also find us on Radio Public. We're also on Anchor, on Breaker, Google Podcast, and Pocket Cast at Dat Podcast. And for my final words, there's more than enough love to go around the world. All you have to do is share.
All right. So my final words are, life is a series of moments, and moments pass, and let's make this one last like it's all that we have. Thank you guys. I bid you guys adieu. Odabo, Odaro. Good night. Bye bye. Peace out.
Yo.